Lucas Thompson pressed his forehead against the cool glass of the train window, his reflected ghost watching him from the impenetrable pitch darkness outside. The 8:15 from London Liverpool Street to Cambridge was unusually quiet tonight, with only a handful of passengers scattered throughout the carriage. Something felt off. The rhythmic clacking of wheels against rails had accelerated to an unsettling tempo, far faster than any journey he'd taken in his 5 years of commuting. The overhead lights flickered intermittently, casting strange shadows that seemed to dance across the worn blue fabric of empty seats. Reaching for his phone to check the time, Lucas found it dead. Odd, considering he'd charged it fully at work. The train's digital display, which normally showed the next station, was blank. When he glanced at his watch, the second hand had stopped moving entirely. A cold draft drifted through the carriage, carrying with it the faint sound of what could have been distant crying. Lucas straightened in his seat, his tired eyes now wide awake. The blackness pressing against the windows seemed thicker than natural night, as if the train was tunneling through something more substantial than mere darkness. An elderly woman sitting 3 rows ahead turned to face him. Her eyes, pale and unfocused, locked onto his. "Wrong train," she mouthed, before dissolving into the air like smoke. Lucas's heart hammered, his breathing sharp and shallow. He stumbled to his feet, gripping the headrests as he made his way toward the front of the carriage. The train's speed continued to increase, the metal frame groaning under impossible velocity. Through the internal windows, he could see nothing. No lights from other carriages, no conductor, nothing but void. When he finally reached the door to the next carriage, the handle was ice-cold to the touch. As he pulled it open, instead of the expected passage, he faced an abyssal darkness that seemed to breathe. In that moment, the overhead lights failed completely. In the pitch black, a voice whispered close to his ear, "This service terminates here, Mr. Thompson." The next morning, when they found the 8:15 train stopped on the tracks, all carriages were empty. Only Lucas's briefcase remained, perfectly centered on his seat, covered in a fine layer of frost, despite the warm spring weather. The train's log showed no record of the previous night's journey, and the CCTV footage displayed nothing but static. To this day, no one knows what happened to the passengers of the 8:15 train, and on particularly dark nights, commuters swear they can hear the phantom whistle of a train that never arrived.